All of us reach a point in time where we are depleted and need to somehow find a way to reignite the fire within. But how do we spark that flame? Welcome to Reignite Resilience, where we will venture into the heart of the human spirit. We'll discuss the art of reigniting our passion and strategies to stoke our enthusiasm. And now, here are your hosts, Natalie Davis and Pamela Cass.
Yeah.
Is Steve, that process that you went through with Marianne and the rest of the women in the group, is that when you wrote the father-son piece, or is that when you were able to bring the Game of 10 forward?
Game of 10 came about in 2015 when I went to the
Okay.
International Study Center,
Yes.
and I was in the process of developing it. I went there for for 3 5-day sessions throughout 8-month period. I thought to myself, what am I doing here? These people are, HR heads of HR for corporations. They were in HR. They were therapists there. They were in the mental health field, and I was a former florist, financial advisor, business person, and I thought it was a fish out of water.
Coming out of a sabbatical, here I am. Yes.
Yeah, within
Yeah.
4 days, it was down in the elbow of Cape Cod.
Okay.
If you've seen Cape Cod, the elbow, on Halloween night, there were 10 people in the whole group, and we had 2 cohorts. I had Marianne Walks, not to be confused with Marianne Williamson. So my other Marianne was Marianne Walk. She was one of the founders, as well as the head of coaching. She was my coach, and there were 5 of us in her cohort. And then there was a therapist who's named Stuart, and he had his 5 group. So 5 of us, after 4 days, we went down to Providence Town on Halloween night.
Oh my God.
You can imagine. It's probably the gayest of communities in the country, like Key West, on Halloween night. It was hilarious. And so we hung around there for a bit and went to dinner, and I started doing some readings on my people that I started knowing, So I was just holding on to an object and just nailing it. So the next night was our last night before we went back in the spring, and we're all at this long table at a South African restaurant in Cape Cod, and one of the people sitting next to me says, "Steve does readings. He just holds on to an object and tells you all about your life and everything, family and situations you're in." Next thing I know, my coach, who never goes out to dinner with her team, the whole 10 people were there at that night, plus Marianne Walk, the head of coaching. And I hear she's from Arkansas, and she was about my age at the time. And I hear it from down the table, "Maybe he'll get my deceased husband."
Wow.
Okay.
So this woman across from me was worked for the World Bank, and I looked. My eyes got big. Her eyes got big because she was at the table the night before, and I just said, because I know to do it, I can't think. If I have thoughts come in,
Right.
it's just
Doesn't work.
I can't be a channel.
Yeah.
So I stood up and I go, "Who's Ralph?" She slams her hand up. "That's my deceased husband." So Ralph comes through, he's loving on her and just saying evidential stuff that I'm not talking, he's talking. I'm just a channel. I'm stepping aside and I'm hearing, "What the F? What's he doing?" Oh my God. And and I don't know how long it went on for, because in that time, it's really timeless. You were dealing with it infinite in time. So probably 12 minutes, I think. I don't know. And one of after I'd said a few things, "Well, I've asked you to find me a man." Okay. It's in the book. And so I've asked you to find me a man. And Ralph says, "I have. He looks just like Joe Garagiola." Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you know who he is or not. He was on the Good Today Show for many years. He
Okay.
played for the New York Yankees, I think, as a catcher or something, but he was big in the '60s and '70s, and he
Mhm.
was on TV in the '80s, so he was a and so he looks so so people next to me Googling Joe Garagiola and everything.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, that's a long story. I don't know if we have time for it, but it's in the book. It's a great story, and Marianne let me tell a lot of that story. Plus,
Oh.
um, the next day in front of the whole group, she says, "What you witnessed last night is a gift that can't be taught." She
Mm.
says, and she goes, "But what we can teach Steve is how to use his intuition to help others
Yeah.
be guided by his intuition."
Mhm.
So everyone split up and everything. She comes over to me, "Steve, can you teach me how to do what you do?" I said, "Yep."
After she just said you can't teach it, but teach me what that is.
I was dying. I was like,
The
"Oh my."
irony, I love it.
So I'm 4 days ago, I'm thinking, "What am I doing here?" And
And here you
she goes,
are, the center.
"Yeah." And she says, I wanna hire you, but not now. I'm your coach. When you're done, after this is over, I will hire you." She was the head of HR for AT&T World for 30
Yeah.
years.
Wow.
This is a powerful she's one of my best and dearest friends right now.
Oh,
So,
that's
yeah,
fun.
because I channeled her husband. Oh, and so 5 years I didn't get to so one day I get a phone call. So I was coaching her and everything. And by the 3rd session, I was coaching her with the game of 10.
Yeah.
And she goes, I get a phone call from her. She goes, "My best friend, Marguerite from Sweden, her brother came over to Inglewood, New Jersey, across the river from Manhattan. And so he's here for 5 days. So I got out all the brochures and everything and put them on the table. And I was pointing, and we were just talking about go here, go to the,
Mhm.
World Trade Center, the new,
Yeah, yeah.
yep, and go to all the places. And he's put his hand on her that says, "I didn't come here t- to see Manhattan. I came here to see you."
Oh.
And then she goes, "But he doesn't look like Joe Garagiola." And I said, um, "Well, you pick out who you want." Ralph picked out who he thought would be the great, so you do
Yeah,
you, it's your life, not his. He's still
Exactly.
with you, and that was who we suggested. So next thing I know, they're dating, and she's off to Sweden, and I'm on about a session with her, and she goes, "Steve, I'm hearing voices." And I go, "Either you're 10 or you're psychotic."
can only be one of 2 choices.
Pretty much. So, so, so and then I put a big laugh out loud emoji, and she goes,
Yeah.
I'll talk to you when I get back." And so I can share the story because it's in the book.
Yeah.
And so she goes, "Steve," and so showed me a picture. This is where we're at, and it's at Marguerite's house, overlooking on the Swedish coastline. There was
Okay.
about a quarter mile of meadow and then a marina at the end, just picturesque.
Yeah.
That type thing. Quaint, it's beautiful. And she goes, "Steve, remember that picture I showed you?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, Marguerite had a family reunion and to meet me because I was dating
Yeah.
so I met Anders, um, children, grandchildren. It was kind of a debut of her.
Yeah.
And she goes, I was looking out at that view I sent you, and I heard a voice that said, "Turn around." She goes, "It was clear as day."
Mm.
And she says, "So I turned around and my arms were out like I was holding a platter, but no platter."
Mhm.
Yeah.
And she says, "A 15-month-old child landed in my arms, 13 feet, and I was standing on granite."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Then she goes, "And that's not all." She goes, 2 days later, I'm making these up. 2 or 3 days later, we're in imagine, she's a big woman. She's probably 5'10",
Okay.
a good 180, 170,
Yeah.
and her best friend, same. So imagine two big women driving down a highway in a torrential downpour in a smart car.
In Sweden. Okay.
In a Sweden.
Exactly.
In Sweden. In
Exactly.
Sweden. Yeah.
I've got the visual.
I do
Yes.
too. I've seen it in
So
movies.
yeah. So there was
Yes.
zero visibility, reflection everywhere. And she said the voice came back. It said, "Stop the car now." And Mary, so Mary said to me, she goes, "So I had to change the word so Marguerite wouldn't." I said, "Why do you have to change the word? Just say stop the guy now." She goes, "Marianne's a 10. I mean, Marguerite's a 10 too." So she
Yeah.
goes, "We didn't know." She goes, "Anyway, had they not," so Margaret slammed on the brake, stopped the car. She said, "Had she not stopped the car, is it 16 wheeler, the big rigs?
Yeah.
16
Mhm.
wheeler
Yeah.
ran a red light, they would have been crushed."
Oh,
So
wow.
I go, my business mind's going, and she did a lot of high CEO coaching in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And I said, "You just saved the lives of 3 people in a week, 5
Yeah.
days period, or
Yeah.
3 days." I don't know how long it was. But, I go, "Why don't we take the game of 10 to Manhattan?" And she goes, Steve, you don't understand. CEOs don't like to play games." And
Mm.
I said, "I gotta go." Hung up the
Yeah.
phone and started belly laughing on the floor hysterically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I know some CEOs and they love to play games. They
Yes.
like to win. They like to play games and
Uh-huh.
like to win.
They
Yeah.
Okay?
love to win.
They
Love to
That's
love to
it.
win. Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't play games unless they're gonna win. They're
Yeah.
successful.
Absolutely.
So I'm thinking I got something really good here. And
Absolutely.
yeah, so that's
Wow.
then about fast forward 3 years, Anders and Marianne living in Sweden, back and forth from New Jersey to Sweden.
Mhm.
And she goes, "Do you wanna meet Anders?" We're on a Zoom call, and she's in Sweden. I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "All my friends think he looks like Joe Garagiola."
There it
Wow.
is. There
Yep.
it is.
That's it.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love that.
wow.
Steve, when you're working with your
Mm,
clients, and when
Mhm.
you talk about getting to a 10, like being the
Yeah.
10, and is that
mhm.
for both you and the client? Like it's important for both of you to be in that space to do the work?
Everyone's always 10.
Everyone's always 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. Sometimes we attach to the shitty thoughts. Okay?
Mhm.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
it's
Yes.
really about compassionate detachment, knowing that they're there, but not attaching to them.
Yeah.
Okay? Know you gotta get stuff done,
Yeah.
knowing it's not always pretty,
Mhm.
you know?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you gotta
Yeah.
deal with it, but you don't have to attach an emotion to you don't have to attach your being to it. Okay?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You either do it or you don't, or you hire it out to do it. Have it
Mhm.
done. If you
Yeah.
can. If you can't hire it out, then you gotta do it and you gotta get yourself into the place with the
Exactly.
equipment, to get the tools around you to do it in a way
Yeah.
so it's people think they have to attach emotions to what they do, what they have, and who they are. You don't. You
Mm.
have them. They're signals for you. Say, this is uncomfortable.
Mhm.
This is
Yeah.
yucky. This is, but it doesn't have to attach.
Yeah.
And I think it's about so many people. That's why I came up with the word Tencare. Did I talk to you about Tencare yet? All
No.
right.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
segue into Tenkare.
Let's do
So,
it.
Perfect.
Let's do
yeah.
it.
So I love marketing and business and having fun and making up fun words. So I wanted to come up with a word, one word, because I think the game of 10 is so simple.
Mhm.
I love simplicity. And so I wanted to come up with a word when you really, really, really care and really, really don't give a.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then so I asked my chat, Grok, and GTP to come up with a word that describes that.
Mhm.
And it's really called transference. A lot of therapists and
Mm.
coaches, or even friends, if you're around someone who's just always negative,
Yeah.
Oh.
let's go when you take it on, you just want to go home and take a shower
Yes.
and wash that off.
Yep.
It's all
Yes.
it's transference. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's really not helpful to take on somebody's grief and pain. So you really want to maintain your level of 10 that you deeply, deeply care so you
Mhm.
can deeply, deeply be supportive. Okay.
Wow.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
by empathy, what we get confused with empathy and sympathy, you're not very helpful typically.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, to go to the level of their grief and despair or depression, you aren't going to be helpful to them
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
or encouraging them. It's
No.
okay. I mean, you support them. You
Yeah.
get
Right.
stand underneath them and
Mhm.
you support them right there. You don't
Yeah.
want to move. That's fine. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
when you're ready, let me know what I can do to support,
Mm.
but not a coddle. Okay.
Yeah.
So they came up. So both of the chats, all the three AIs came up with compassionate detachment,
Mhm.
Uh,
which is two great words,
yeah.
but it's
It is.
not. But it's not one word, which I was asking for. So
Yeah.
if I don't get what I want, I'll make it up.
You just keep
Okay.
going.
Yes.
Yeah. I gotta have one word. It's gonna fit with the game of 10. And chat couldn't come up with one I like. So I came up with Tencare. Ten
Tencare.
care and put an accent aigu at the end to make it bougie.
Tenkare.
Tencare.
Yes.
Yeah. So try to
Mm.
get that. So I think people I tell it to, they use it all the time now.
Yeah.
You
Right.
hear something that, oh, so and so did this and so and so said that and and I go, no, Tencare. Are you like, yeah,
Tenkare.
Tencare. You know,
I like that.
yeah. So
I
audience.
feel that it could be used as a greeting as well, right? Like, it's kind of like
Tencare.
a, "Hey, Tenkare, we know how we're gonna enter into this conversation, how we're gonna enter into this space." It's like, "Tenkare." It's a nice
Mhm.
little quick
Yeah,
Yeah.
check-in. Yeah.
you got some criticism towards me and or
Tenkare.
mixed message in a sentence. Didn't care.
Tencare.
Kind of like what Mel Robbins is doing. Let him. You know.
Let 'em.
Yes,
Yep.
Yeah.
that's right.
That's the
Exactly.
thing. Let him.
Let 'em.
It
Yeah.
only affects us if we allow it to.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, powerful.
It is, and
Yeah.
I think you touched on a big piece that, we do quite a bit, Steve, when you mentioned that we attach emotion to the things that we experience or have or do or want, right? Like, we add all of this emotion in all of these spaces.
Well, we have emotion, which is great. It's a sign
Yes,
that something's really wonderful or something's really dangerous.
Mhm.
You know,
yes,
it's
Yeah.
really, I can die or
Yeah.
I can,
yes,
it can hurt, you know? So the thing is, having them is great. Having thoughts are great. Having feelings are great. Having emotions great. Just don't hold on to them.
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're going to, because you're going to start attracting that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Again and again and again. So threes attract threes. Okay.
Absolutely.
Fours attract fours. And
Yeah.
that becomes their 10 in their mind. It doesn't get,
Mhm.
this is life. This is what it is. This always happens. And to make sense of it,
Mm.
ones get ones get 10% of everything they want. Twos get 20% of everything they
Mhm.
want.
mhm,
Sixes get 60% of everything they want. Nines get 90% of everything they want. Tens get 100% of everything they ask for. Okay.
Tencare.
And you don't 10 carry. And you actually get away from wanting to manifesting. Okay.
Yeah. It just
Because wanting and needing are lack and
yeah.
put you in a mindset of wanting and needing, So it's
mhm,
your mindset, what you think about, you bring about.
mhm.
Mhm.
And the level of awareness that you are living in is a level of awareness you'll bring into your life.
Mm.
That you'll live in.
You will
Yes.
live in that. You will live in
Yeah.
it. Part of manifesting is just knowing. A lot of people say, well, I don't have this money, so how can I attract it? How can I say that I have it? And I love what Eckhart Tolle says, you have the space for it.
Mhm.
And you
Mhm.
have to prepare. I mean, why
Yeah.
would you want to have all this, going to the furniture department store? Oh, I want all this furniture. Where are you going to deliver it to? Oh, I don't have a house. That's right. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That kind of puts it in perspective. If you don't
It
have the
does.
space in your life or in your mind for what you're asking for, then create the space to
Create
have
the
it.
space.
Whether it's a family or a relationship,
Yeah.
uh, anything, you have to have
Yeah.
that space for it. And then the
Mm.
universe really will work with you and things will happen to
Mhm.
coincidences happen, synchronicities happen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just happen. And you have to have the open mind to say, oh, there it is. There's an opportunity, but not be attached to it. Okay.
Be
So
attached.
this
Exactly.
may or may not be it. I don't know. I'm going
Mhm.
to explore. I heard a great thing the other day about life is like a complete puzzle. Your dream, your vision, your intentions are the complete puzzle. But in the process is putting that puzzle together,
Mm.
each piece you have to fit it maybe 5, 6 times before you find the right place for it,
Mhm.
and then you just put it there, but by the time you're done, it wasn't all these weren't mistakes. They were just
Yeah.
getting the pieces put together so
Mm.
you have that puzzle all complete of what your dreams are. I
Mm.
thought that was great. Thought that was a
That is
great way to
great.
say it.
Yeah.
I love that
That
analogy.
really is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
So often we'll hold on to the mistakes.
Yeah, we do.
And they're not mistakes, they're growth that
Yeah.
you had to do that to get to where you
Mhm.
want or where you're aiming to go. I try
Mhm.
not to say need, should, would, could, ought to. We can talk about that if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I choose my words pretty carefully.
Mhm.
Words are spells and spellings, and
Mm.
so people, I say every thought. Think of every thought as a prayer. Whether it's
Mm.
internally or externally verbalized. So people go to places to pray and do things to pray. That every thought's a prayer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow. That's a totally different perspective to think about it that way.
The good news is you can change it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
just gotta be aware of it. So that's the good news, and that's the bad news.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. What are some tools you teach people to keep from attaching to things?
Well, those 6 phrases.
Those 6 phrases, so you walk
Those
them through
those
that.
those okay, those do 2 things. Those 6 phrases shut off your reticular activating system, the
Okay.
chatterbox mind, the one that always asks you,
Yep.
you're not doing enough, you don't have enough,
Yeah,
enough,
maybe
you're
not.
not and you're not doing the best you can with the awareness you have, you're not always
Okay.
right with
Yes.
it that. So, that's what that does all day
Okay.
long if you don't check it, okay?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
'Kay.
So, first you wanna just clear your mind, but also what that also does, it opens up your subconscious to all this can
Yeah.
of worms that
Yeah.
you've been suppressing.
Yep.
So I always you hopefully I always leave people with how to let go of
Mm.
those negative can of worms that are gonna come up,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Marianne Williamson gave me this process during Miracle Minded Coaching, um, of t we have above our ears, we have a temple, 2 temples, right?
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Well, mind and she stated that we're an idea in the mind of God, God's an idea in the mind of us, and we are divine beings. Whether you like it or not,
Yeah.
deny it or not, we are. We're energetic beings,
Yep.
okay?
Yeah.
With an auric field that we can't see
Yeah.
unless you can. And, so Einstein says you can't solve a problem at the level it was created.
Hmm.
If people think you can so someone did you wrong, someone done you wrong bad, you can't forgive them if you're still angry with them, you just
Mhm.
can't do it.
Yeah.
You can say it all day long, it is not gonna happen
Right.
energetically.
Mhm.
Right.
So what you have to do so if you're angry at level 1, okay, I want I think of them, I want to just if I could kill them and get away with it, I'd do it, okay?
Mhm. Mhm.
Can't
Mhm.
forget so it only behooves you to be 10. You can't be mad,
Yeah.
insane
Yeah.
with a person, place, or situation and be 10. Can't do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she gave a great way to create a temple in your mind. You have
Mhm.
your Natalie temple, you have your Pamela temple, goddess
Mhm.
temple.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. That's sacred and divine to you.
Mhm.
You and in that temple, there's an altar.
Mhm.
So think of something, something that did you wrong. okay?
Mm.
In the audience too. Think of and
Mhm.
so I was a florist for 30 years, so I make a bouquet of these.
Mhm.
Bouquet of thoughts that
Yes.
no longer serve me. Doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Mm.
It just means I don't have to hold on to the thoughts about it happening. Okay?
Mm.
Or it happened. You don't have to have lunch with that person or say hello to
Mhm.
that person, but you do have to let go of those thoughts for your own salvation, safety,
Yeah.
mental health. So take the thoughts about that, whatever happened to you, what they did to you, how they wronged you, and put them on the altar. You know, sometimes I say, I need a big bouquet. I said, you can take a dump truck up there if you want. In the beginning, take a dump truck up there, dump it on the altar.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had one client goes, where do they go? They'll have to go Disney World, I think. So
Yes.
I
That
said,
makes sense.
yeah,
I was gonna say, it doesn't matter as long as you're not holding on to it anymore. You
that
just put
made
it
as
up
much
there.
sense that made that made as much sense as the question did. So
Yes.
it's because I said they're not real, first of all, but you think they're real and they're
Yeah.
holding you back.
Yeah.
So I have my clients, 5 times a day say the phrases. You can't overdo it, but it 30 times is great. 5 times in the beginning. I do it probably 5 times a day, every day,
Mhm.
because I want to have my mind clear. I
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I can pick up stuff. I'm just
Yeah.
that's my human, you know?
Mhm.
I make mistakes. I apologize.
Mhm.
But I don't hold on to them, you
Yeah.
know? When I
Yeah.
apologize, they're either gonna accept it or not. Tenkare, okay?
Tenkare.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tenkare,
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
it's not about me if they hold on to it. It's about me to recognize it, admit I made the mistake, and
Yeah.
then either accept it or don't.
Yeah.
Or
Tenkare.
don't.
I
Tenkare.
deeply, deeply don't give a
Tenkare.
Exactly. Exactly. It's
I
still
said it.
Tenkare.
I meant it. I just moved it, but if you don't accept it, I don't. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so by having that release, I think I said Einstein said you can't solve that problem at the level it was created. So you have to give it to your 10
Yeah.
sacred 10, the God
Mhm.
within you to do it for you
Mm.
Yeah.
and just know it's done. And
Yeah.
I think one of the things that can be said, it's in A Course in Miracles that says, I'm willing to, as when you go to the altar and lay these things on the altar, I'm willing to see things differently.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm.
Yeah. Because we're willing, our free will is powerful,
Yeah.
Mhm.
powerful.
Mm.
And it's free at 10. It comes at a cost at 9 through 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It
Mhm.
comes at a cost. So holding on to grievances
Anything.
comes at
Yeah.
a cost
Yeah.
of your mental health, your physical health,
Mhm.
and, and your relationship health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow. Wow.
Mm.
Steve, this has been
Yeah.
tremendously valuable. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank
Mhm.
you. Fun.
Absolutely. I we've covered a lot, and you've shared this modality and framework with us that I think is there are so many layers to it that we can continue to unpack that. But is there anything that you'd like to leave our listeners with that we haven't touched on that you'd like to share?
I think the hardest thing in the world you're ever going to be, everyone out there, including myself, is to be our authentic self.
Mm.
And when you hear that word authentic
Yeah.
self, but what does that mean? It means you're aligned with your divine being,
Yeah.
with your identity,
Mhm.
your who you think you are and who you truly are aligned. That is your authentic self.
Mm.
And why it's so hard is because we when we said saying, I want to be like that person, okay, or
Mm.
they want me to be like them, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Either one, you want to be like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a unique you. Your unique brand, your unique self.
Mhm.
And if people don't like it, tenkare.
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 It's our new Tenkare. I like it.
Oh my gosh,
Ugh.
Steve, I think that's a perfect space for us to wrap up. I think that's
Mhm.
huge. When we talk about all of the work that we're doing and wrapping that up with the authenticity piece, right? Like it's not that we're not forcing this square peg into a round hole. This is all about true alignment. And not forcing it, like just being present and allowing it
Yeah.
to be.
Love
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
I want a square peg. Make that round hole bigger so I can fit.
That's okay.
Perfect. Perfect.
Get my
You know what, Steve?
get my jigsaw out.
Yeah,
Like,
I was gonna say Tencare.
I will fit.
Tencare.
I will fit.
I'm gonna fit.
I'm gonna fit.
You're gonna
Love
fit.
it.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. We will make sure that we put your contact information in the show notes as well so our listeners can get a
Cool.
hold of you. And then you said that you were 6 months out from the book. Is that
Ish.
I
ish?
don't know. I'm working with actually a professional ghostwriter who's a friend of mine. So
Okay.
we're co-authoring. I'm ADHD if you haven't noticed. So
Yeah.
my doctor said the other day, you've got your ADHD med. You haven't used them for about a year. I said I'm going to be editing a book for 5. Like it was like my college days on
Yeah.
Yes.
no-nos and crossroads. Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
Because I
exactly.
need them to do this stuff. I said, keep it going because I'm going to be editing a book for a good, strong week. And so I might want to be on those
I'm
to
gonna
go.
need some support.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
get
I
off me as
love it.
fast as possible.
Well, when you publish and it is available, we'd love to have you back. Have you share the book and
Yeah.
the process of going through that.
Yeah, check in. You guys were great, fun.
Yeah.
I was telling stuff I wasn't. Yeah, I don't care. I'm going to be 70 in September. I don't care. I am so Tencare. I'm just,
Tencare.
I really care, but I
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
don't give a fuck.
It's fine.
There it is.
That's it.
There it is.
I think I feel that, and thank you for gracing us with it. It was
I'm sure you don't say that word.
no. I think that it's anyways.
It's my
It's part
favorite
of
word.
it.
It
I
was
was gonna
my
say,
favorite. It was my absolute favorite word.
yeah.
And
I
using
was gonna say
and
Pam
using
and
it
I tend to have
appropriately.
that effect on people, like just
Yes.
bringing out. It's like, well, I've never shared that before, but here we are. We're gonna
Yeah,
share it here on the show, and that's
yeah,
okay.
It's okay.
It's a
Safe
safe space.
space.
Yeah.
yeah. But you guys were fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was amazing. For our listeners, we will make sure that we drop Steve's information in the.
We-
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll drop it in the in the show notes. We will also make sure that you have all of the information for what's happening in the world of Reignite Resilience. And you'll want to tune in because we've got some amazing events coming up that you
Yes.
can opt into. We have a mid-year success summit that's coming up and it's virtual. So if you weren't
Virtual.
able to join us live,
Yeah.
you can join us on Zoom. So we'll get that information out to all of you.
Absolutely.
Until next time, we'll see y'all soon.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you for joining us today on the Reignite Resilience podcast. We hope you had some aha moments and learned a few new real-life ideas to fuel the flames of passion. Please subscribe on your favorite streaming platform, like or download your favorite episodes, and of course, share with your friends and family. We look forward to seeing you again next time on Reignite Resilience.
Reignite Resilience family, we are so excited to share with you that the book, The Quiet Gift, A Journey of Self-Worth and Resilience, is now available on audiobook at Amazon. Make sure that you check the link in the show notes so that you can click on that and download a copy of the audiobook. This is an amazing story written by Pam as a part of the Red Journal series and narrated by Kristen Aiken-Salata. So we hope you enjoy. Until next time, we'll see you soon.